Psychic attack. Hello again. Thank you for being here with me once more. I hope you are very well today. I am Marie. Welcome to my channel. This information can be seen as science fiction, or as the viewer sees best, and I post it for entertainment purposes only. Still, I take my information very seriously, and for whoever has eyes to see. I am writing this on the morning of November 27th, 2024. Psychic attack, or astral attack, each self-appointed expert in the field, in their own right will define what they are, and their differences, if there are any. I would define a psychic attack as one coming from one person, entity, or specific group, while an astral attack would come from a more undefined source in the astral realms, almost as if it were coming from all the astral. In Earth's super-controlled and materialistically focused society, anything psychic or astral is seen as nonsense, as subjects coming from old and retarded pagan ideas associated with witchcraft and other non-scientific belief systems from ignorant people, and which are based more on superstition than on fact. Of course, I am talking about the popular, official level of Earth society, because the people, the entities who are really pulling the strings, are well aware of all that occurs in the astral, and to a very large degree know how things work there, at least to the limits of the little evil corners of the astral they utilize. This is one of the main reasons they do not want the people to know that the astral side is very real, as that would greatly diminish their manipulation powers over society. They use it all the time for their purposes, from low-level politicians up. The higher in the social scale an individual with power is, the more they use esoteric, astral, hideous rituals and so on. Generalizing, scientists, academics, high-level businessmen and millionaires don't believe or use anything astral or esoteric, but billionaires, and the people who run the earth from under the table, do, and they use their knowledge all the time. The whole of Earth's official culture and society, at the people's level, is ultimately been run by esoteric means, by weaponizing the astral side to control and manipulate the people, to the point of them ending up generating and manifesting the existential reality those controllers want, and that is the matrix of Earth as we all know it. Although you can explain away how Earth's society is being guided and controlled by other means, those means are not in conflict with the fact that humanity is under a spell cast by its controllers who have a massive knowledge of the astral side of things, a spell that does not let the vast majority of the population see or understand reality any further than what is in their overt materialistic day-to-day life. And this is precisely why most people on Earth fail to recognize, much less understand that much of what is happening to them does not come from so-called normal or logical causes. They are stuck in a materialistic matrix understanding, which blinds them from a more expanded reality frame which affects them every day, and in a way that is even stronger than the so-called logical explanations of their daily occurrences. Therefore they lack the knowledge to detect, to be aware of things affecting them from the astral, which would include psychic and astral attacks, much less do they have the capacity to face them, stop them, or neutralize them. When things are repetitively going wrong in your life, such as streaks of bad luck, unwanted or detrimental synchronicities, unwanted people mysteriously knowing where you are, a chain of mysterious illogical illnesses does not let you thrive, or when you feel that the world has conspired against you, you most certainly are under a psychic or astral attack. Same as when you are focusing on a goal in your life, whatever it may be, and things mysteriously constantly go wrong with whatever directly or indirectly have to do with it, as if the universe was telling you that is not the path you must follow, that may also be a psychic or astral attack. It very well could be entities or the energy of people who are being affected by your goal or project, as it goes against their interests, and therefore it has nothing to do with the universe. Yet in this case things can be tricky, as your intuition, sub and unconscious, and if you want me to say it, spirit guides as well, may all indeed be trying to tell you that one or another of your plans may not be such a good idea. Again, the more you know yourself, the clearer your focus and the reasons you have for realizing such projects and plans, the better you will know if something is a psychic attack or not. This would mean that something with a lot of energy has decided that for whatever reason, you are a threat to them, because if you wouldn't be, then there wouldn't be any sense in wasting their precious energy focusing on you. Psychic and astral attacks can generate a lot of fear in whoever is suffering from them because the source of the attack remains unknown, therefore seemingly, so is the solution. This generates feelings of despair and impotence in the targeted subject, which is translated into intense fear and desolation, which in reality only makes the attack worse as it amplifies its effects. Once more, the problem is rooted in ignorance about how the astral side of things works. The unknown always generates fear, especially if it is perceived as a threat. Therefore, if the source and the reason for the attack remain hidden, the targeted subject will logically fall into fear and desperation. But this reaction is based on victim mentality as well, as in the reason for the individual's misfortune is because of this or that other evil person, force, or entity, inflicting its power upon, poor little me, who is locked in the material world perception, and therefore defenseless against complex astral forces who have conspired against the subject. Poor little me is a rhetorical expression here, by the way. One thing you must know here is that the source of the attack, the identity of the attacker, ultimately does not matter here in this case with astral things. You do not need to know what is attacking you, although it may be useful in some cases. I do not deny it, yet in general, it's not necessary. Remember, the astral is a soup of frequencies, as everything else is, so if something or someone is attacking you from the astral, it means that entity is focusing its energy on you intentionally, but it cannot affect you. It cannot reach you if you are not a vibrational match to whatever the entity is transmitting. It is easy to see this way. No matter how intentionally focused on you the astral aggressor may be, no matter how hard and strong it may be transmitting its energy at you, if there is no receptor, there is no effect. It's like a strong, high-powered radio station. No matter how many watts of power it may have, if there is no device tuning on its frequency on the receptor side, there is no communication, and there is no effect on the other side. This means that you have full control over whatever astral attack may be thrown at you. For you to be suffering from the effects of a psychic or astral attack, you must be a vibrational match to it, so ask yourself, why are you vulnerable to whatever is bothering you? The best defense against astral and psychic attacks is your focused and aware control over who you are. Controlling your vibration is again key here. As I have said before, what you imagine in the world of the living, in the material world, is real and strong on the astral side. Remember that things tend to flip upside down, rules are different on the other side, being that I remind you that ultimately everything is astral, including the material world, as what defines everything is perception and awareness. So being aware that you are, or at least, may be, under a psychic or astral attack greatly diminishes its effects. Remember that fear here is a great amplifier. Talking to yourself, asserting your personal power and strength, and the idea that you are invulnerable to that attack, does work, as it is not a fantasy illusion, as Earth society has so insistently and convincingly imposed upon its inhabitants. Remember, it wants to lock the people's perception only within what defines the material world. Use your powerful imagination against whatever you feel is going against you. Whatever you like works for you. Imagining a golden shield of light that burns away all evil is especially useful. But only you can know what works best for you. If what you decide is good, even if it is an amulet, or the mental image of an angry panda bear or whatever, if it works for you, then it works. As for amulets, a symbol is charged with the meaning the collective unconscious has charged it with, as well as the meaning you have assigned it, for good or bad, therefore they do work. As for me, I prefer stones and crystals as amplifiers for my focus and intention, because I feel them more personal, as each one is unique, and therefore cleaner of added collective ideas and energy. I feel they hold my energy, and the one of no one else. This subject is very large, and I will keep sharing what I know with you and what I learn as we go along. A word of caution here. Our conscious mind is not as strong as our sub and unconscious. I know this is a sad fact, so we may be a vibrational match to unwanted things even if we are focusing on protecting ourselves. So once more, the better we control our vibration, the less external things can affect us. And this includes astral attacks, and normal everyday bothersome things as well. Then we have the added issue that if entities, astral or living, want to get to you and you have managed to defend yourself effectively, they are smart enough to patiently look for a weakness in you, in your mental shield, and even in your character, and then exploit it to their convenience. For example, if they cannot stop you from working on a project they do not want because it is contrary to their interests, they may find a physical weakness in you that makes you a vibrational match to getting very sick, and therefore this way they can stop you from continuing with your project, this time indirectly. The key to defending yourself from astral or psychic attacks is to work on yourself, on your inner frame and personal strength of character, not needing to place any attention on whatever may be against you. Remember, the greater and more powerful you are, the more people and entities, astral and not, will be against you. You cannot face them all directly, as that will only feed them. All you must do is become stronger in every way. Also, remember the spiritual concept that is especially valid in this case. You cannot protect yourself against something without creating and manifesting that something you need to protect yourself against. This is yet another reason why oversharing in casual conversations with strangers is not a good idea, as you are giving clues to your weaknesses. Loose lips sink ships, as they used to say on Earth during the Second World War. If you want to fend off astral or psychic attacks, work on yourself, on your mental and spiritual armor, and forget about focusing on the aggressors. There will always be more, but who cares if you have properly shielded yourself? Become unstoppable. You are the key, not anything external to you. Fearlessness and resilience are the key. This subject will continue as it is very extensive and important. This will be all for today. As always, thank you for watching my video, and for liking, sharing, and subscribing for more. It helps this channel grow a lot. And I hope to see you here next time. With much love and appreciation, your friend, Swaruu.